So you think breeding is all about mating two dogs together and selling the puppies? I know that is what a lot of people believe. But in this video, I'm going to be telling you a lot you need to know about. I will be breaking down the real cost of breeding a dog in Nigeria, from feeding to mating to selling your puppies, marketing, to the mistakes nobody talks about. My name is Logadims, a professional dog trainer, breeder, and agricultural entrepreneur. I help Nigerians and Africans build profitable agri-businesses, become better dog owners, better dog breeders, and also build sustainable farms. So if you love dogs, you love agriculture, you love success stories of those who have gone down the paths, who have done very well in their various niches, this is the right channel for you. Do well to hit the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when next I drop a content. Now let's break down this topic properly. And whether you're a first-time dog breeder or you already have the experience, or you've been breeding for a long time or a while now, you are also going to learn a lot from this video. Now, what does it take to breed a dog in Nigeria? Number one is your breeding stock. Your breeding stock. The big question here is, what is the quality of your foundation stock or your breeding stock? What is the foundation? Getting a quality breeding stock now, a puppy is about 800,000 naira now and above. I wanted to get a German Shepherd dog puppy for someone, and they told me 2 million naira. 2 million naira. So you can imagine. So you can get that quality or something better for 1 million, 1.5, 800k. It just depends on the breeder and the dog. Was the dog imported, or were is that dog a locally bred dog, or the dog was imported? That's a big factor there. If the dog was imported, then definitely the price will be high. But if they were bred locally, then it can also be high, but it depends on the breeder. But for the imported breeding stock, the owners will want to make their money back. They want to get it back. So definitely the price will be high. You understand? So your breeding stock, your foundation stock must be of quality. I always tell people, you cannot mate two average dogs to produce giants or the best. Even two best dogs most of the time produce rubbish if you don't plan well. So it is very, very important you take seriously your foundation stock. Take seriously your foundation stock. Make sure it is of high quality. That way you're set for something very big. Now, still on this breeding stock or the foundation stock, it's also important we look at the cost of the both gender or sex. For males are usually from, you can see some males 500, 700, 800k. You can also see some females around that range. So let's assume you are just starting, you're going for puppies, so you should be estimating at least 800k for a quality male or female puppies. But if you already have a female on ground and you're looking for a stud, then you need to also know that there is what we call stud fee, and stud fee can go from 250k, 400k to 1 million naira, depending on the breeder and the dog, the quality of the dog you're going for. We have puppy deal and we have no puppy deal. So it just depends on your deal. If you go for puppy deal, you will pay some amount, and then when your dog litters, the owner of the stud will come pick one, and the owner of the stud will be the first person to pick before you. So the owner of the stud picks one. That's for puppy deal. Then if you want to say, oh, I want to have all my puppies to myself, you have to pay a bigger amount. So it is very important that I put that out there. Still on the breeding stock, a lot of people try to cut corners here. They try to get very average or below average dogs and expect to get outstanding puppies. Like I said earlier, it is going to be very difficult for you. Some people would also go for very poor females, and when they see that, oh, this male is imported, they go for that male. That one also is a bad move. Your female should be of high quality, and the stud you're going for should also be of high quality and should complement your female, and your female should also complement the stud. Very important. It's very important you know this. When I said even those who have been breeding need to have their pen and paper with them, it's I meant what I was trying to say, because a lot of them fall into this category and it is bad. Stop taking average or badly bred females to good studs. You not only tarnish the image of the dog, of that stud, you also produce badly bred puppies. We are going to be talking about prepotency in males and studs and so on, but in this video we are looking at the cost of breeding a dog in Nigeria, and it is very important I set the record straight. Now you've gotten your breeding stock or your foundation stock. What's the next thing? Feeding. Feeding is very important. I made a video, you can check my channel to see where I talked about dog food mistakes Nigerian dog owners and breeders make, so you can go there to learn one or two things from those videos. But one thing I will add here is that the cost of feeding now is very high. Dog food brands are now something else, so you may want to improvise. There are cheaper locally made dog food brands in Nigeria that are also good, but you may want to add some supplements, you may want to add vitamins, you may want to add protein, you may want to add carb and so on. So if you're in for the premium brands like the Royal Canine, Diamond, Taste of White and so on, you're good to go. But if you don't have so much to budget for feeding, you may go for Bingo, Gallant, Gold Crumbs and so on, but you have to add up, bulk up the nutrients. You have to put in efforts in the protein, carbs, vitamins, supplements and so on. It is very important. Feeding is good. If your dog has a very good potential and you don't feed them well, they won't turn up well. Feeding is part of the environmental factors that affect your dog. So if you don't put in a lot of effort or good effort in feeding them, they may not turn up well. Then number 3, we look at health bill or the cost of health, from DHLPP to anti-rabies to name them, worming, deworming, vet checks and so on. These ones are for dogs that are still coming up. Now if you want to breed, when your female dog comes on heat, you can run culture tests to see if the dog has some issues or diseases or something, infections. And also most of the time it is very much advised you do this before the dog comes on heat. When the dog comes on heat, the test we have to do to know when the dog is ovulating. Yes, I see a lot of instruments or technologies that people employ to see that they are able to dictate or predict when their female dog is ovulating. But one of the most effective ways through test, progesterone test, cytology and so on. And these things cost maybe anywhere from 10 to 20k. So you also have to budget this. We have another one, semen analysis, we have scanning for the dog's pregnancy and so on. So all these things you need to also budget them. They go in, except you don't care about all these pregnancy tests, but you're going with the traditional date, 9, 12, 15 and so on. Or you have a male around who would do his thing. But most of the time, if the female is not ovulating, most of your efforts are just in vain. That's very important, and that's why tests like progesterone is very, very important. So number 4, we look at puppy care cost. Feeding them, taking care of them, and so on. These things can actually be expensive. It's stressful. Although there are individuals or breeders in Nigeria who have been able to carve out a niche for themselves in this puppy care area. I think particularly with the Bobo community, they can be found there. So if you don't have that time, if you don't have what it takes to be around or to endure the stress, you may get the services of these guys. It's not cheap. That service is not cheap. So you have to be ready for it, because it takes a lot, from vaccinations to cleaning to feeding and so on. It takes a lot. So you have to budget very well for this particular area. Puppy care cost, you have to budget very well. So that's for number 4. Now number 5 is marketing cost. You see, a lot of people make the mistake of being silent until they have puppies on ground, and at the end of the day they start begging marketers, so help me, I have puppies, so help me market these things now, I beg now. So you tell the marketer 200, marketer say, no, 200 too much, 150 or 120. You say, oh yeah. Then that same marketer will now add another 150. So if he told you 150, he will add 150 and sell at 300k. That's the reason why many of them do not want the breeders to have a direct contact with the people they are selling to. So to avoid all this kind of situation, make sure you build your brand. Make sure you put yourself out there so that people know who you are, what you do, and what you stand for. When you get puppies, it will be very much easier for you to sell them, because you already have attention. And like I always say, attention is currency. So when we talk about marketing costs, you need to also, certain individuals might want to pay influencers, grant interviews, and so run ads and so on. But this is what I'll tell you: make sure you have your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your TikTok page, and so on. Make sure you put yourself out there. Make sure you have good and clean pictures of your dogs and yourself. Don't carry your dog or you're naked, you're bare, and you're putting out your dog out there with your big tummy. You're sending a very bad signal to your customers. So you have to be very careful. Your delivery should be quality. People will perceive you based on how they rate you or how they see you. So you have to put yourself up there. Stop going local. Make yourself very much brandable. Work on your kennel brand, and make sure your kennel brand is synonymous, is in line with quality. Very important. Now let's look at the hidden cost a lot of people do not consider, or they overlook. Let's look at some of those hidden costs. Number 1 is the time it will take to feed unsold puppies, because we all budget, when I have 8 puppies, this is how much I will get or do, but they don't add some of the possibilities that may happen. You may be able to sell, if you have a litter of about 8 puppies, you may be able to sell 4 in around 7-8 weeks. Then the remaining 4 will be with you till 12-13 weeks. So within those times, you still keep feeding them and possibly training them. So this is one hidden cost that many people overlook. Then we look at the next one, where you talk to a customer or a client and suddenly they back out. That's loss. And number 2. Then number 3 is sudden sickness or death of a puppy. It happens. So you have 8 puppies, but 2 didn't make it to 8 weeks. It happens. It happens. Then we look at the last one, which will be consultation, like getting a vet. The vet coming to vaccinate your puppies, or you taking the puppies to the vet, vaccines and so on. You pay for these things, and most of the times breeders do not include these things in their estimate or in their plans. So this is it. Like I always tell people, breeding is not a game. It is a business, and you must treat it as a business. And in business, we talk about quality. Your business or your kennel should be known for quality. Every litter you produce, every puppy you produce, every puppy that comes out of your kennel should be up there, should be a very good representative or representation of your brand. It is very, very important. Have that at the back of your mind. That way, whenever you want to breed, you have a different mentality towards it. Now, let me know in the comment section what you think is the biggest area where breeders spend a lot of money. Is it in purchasing the dog, or feeding, or vet bills, or what? Or do you think it will be in the marketing area? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know. So this is where I'll be ending the video. If you found this video valuable or helpful, do well to hit that like button, and remember, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, do well to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to also turn on the notification bell. I'll see you next time. Thank you.